Morning Gamer, it is Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. Thanks for hanging out with us. The Gaming Morning Show. You can find us on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. He is Sean, I am Ryan. We're just past 6 o'clock with you for the next 3 hours up until 9 o'clock Pacific time, noon on the East Coast. We'll have a lot of fun, celebrity birthdays, and hopefully your birthdays too. If there's someone you want to wish a happy birthday to, please let us know in the chat. We'd like to say happy birthday to them. We got This Day in Gaming History coming up, maybe a top 10 list down the road. A lot of good things. The whole focus of the show, your favorite morning radio program that plays games. Sometimes poorly. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning. How are you?
I am very good. How are you?
I'm tired. I feel like that's a constant state that we're in lately, but I'm feeling good.
You know what I can tell? I can tell that you've made some changes on your side.
No.
Yes,
No.
I can. I'm going to let you explain what your changes were, because then I'm going to have a big reveal as to why I think you're brighter than you usually are.
I have a second monitor that I can use. So I have my desktop computer, but for the entire run of the show, my computer monitor has been my gameplay monitor. So I haven't really been able to do much with my PC because it just sits down there. And if we've tried second monitor options, now I have a proper second monitor. It is not a 32-inch TV, except that it is a 32-inch TV.
That would be absurd to have a 32-inch TV as apparently the TV that you're going to use for looking at the rundown.
Yeah, rundown. I got you up on there. I have my notes on there. Now I have an easy way to do some research if I need to look something up. But on the bright side, I have cleaned up behind me. So now I'm in a new workspace. It's really nice. No more boxes.
Really impressive how that can just all of a sudden magically happen. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so now I have a ring light and a giant light panel right next.
It really is. You got a little bit brighter, but I had a filter on you because you hadn't been so bright, so I just took that off. I don't know if you're monitoring the stream, but you can kind of adjust yourself at this point, you know, if you need to turn your ring light down a touch. But I think you look nice.
I feel nice.
And if you feel good and you look good, you host the Gaming Morning Show good. That's common knowledge.
I love it.
Last night was a rough night for me, and I'm only tired because the stress is really starting to take its toll. Here's something that I kind of had a realization with last night. And this is going to be the best part of getting to do this show, and it's going to be the toughest part. And I don't envy people who've been doing this a lot longer than me. The value of entertainment, right? And it's actually one of the things I love the most, is it is an escape from a lot of reality and things that don't go well. So for 3 hours a morning, we have a chance to maybe entertain some people and, you know, make things go better. But the reality is, you can see I'm wearing my Oregon stuff specifically this morning, is a very large part of western part of the state is on fire, and same with a lot of California. There's 22 wildfires in California that are raging through that state. And so I bring all of that up because unfortunately my wife's hometown was experiencing quite a bit of damage. A lot of places around the town itself was threatened, and we've been on the air when there was the hurricane down the Gulf of Mexico. There's a lot of natural disasters, and I said it yesterday, but today feels different because there's like tangible evidence of how when it's so close to you, like it really feels a lot different. And so I imagine there's somebody right now in North Carolina who doesn't have a clue what I'm talking about, and it's like, yeah, you know, fires happen, right? And it's a great time to try to be as sympathetic about things as possible, and it made me realize that there's been areas of opportunity for me to even be more sympathetic too, because I can't imagine what it's like to go through a hurricane or a powerful earthquake. I've seen one tornado in my life, and so I bring all of that up to say it was a long night. We're worried about friends and family who are down there, but as far as we know, everyone that we have been in contact with is okay. Even our neighborhood where Sean and I live is not, in the clear by any means, but we're not in any dire straits yet either. It's just that there's a fire to our north, and there's a lot of fires to our east, and the weather is not getting any better.
A lot of wind coming from that direction.
So, anyway, I'll say this, and this is worth saying, and then you can talk me down, man. But I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen the sky this orange. I've never seen this much smoke when the fire is so far away still. It's really bizarre for me.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that seems not real until it's in your backyard. And I had my first experience with this sort of fire. I grew up in Southern California. Those foothills that we lived in were on fire all the time. And one summer, some kids were off lighting, small fireworks up in the hills for 4th of July. And they caught on fire, and it was a drier summer, so it spread really fast. And from our backyard, we lived up on the foothills, but clearly there was a lot more elevation past our house. And if you went in our backyard, it got to the point where you could see the hills kind of in the distance, and you started to see the actual flames coming up over the hills. And so it was at that point that my mom put myself, our cat, and my sister in the car and sent us to her parents' house, and they lived further away, and they were perfectly safe. So they sent us away. They said to kind of gather any special things they could. We hadn't had an official announcement to get out, but they got everything together so that if that came, they were ready to come. And so that was my first experience, and I was in middle school at the time. And it's scary, and it's one of those weird things because it's not an immediate threat to you unless you do stupid stuff. There's no reason anyone should die in this sort of wildfire just because you have time. It's the people that don't listen to official advice that get injured, and then obviously the people that are fighting to protect and stop the fire. So there's, you're going to be fine, but it's so disruptive to your feeling of safety and normality because you at a certain point have to leave your house, and you're like, well, I hope when I come back I have a house and my stuff still, because who knows. So I think that's, it's just really devastating to people that have to evacuate, and just having no control over what happens, and just kind of being left up to the winds, literally. So yeah, it's scary. And people who have breathing issues and asthma, and we're already wearing masks all the time inside. Now we should probably be wearing masks all the time outside. And people that don't have anywhere to go, that are now they're at the state fairgrounds around hundreds of other people. Like, what's this going to do for the spread of the virus now that we're driving people together? I don't know. It's just a crazy thing.
Yeah, it's a lot to pile on top of each other. So just know our thoughts are with you. And, for me, I've had experience in local radio, right? So it is different getting on something that is not intended to have a local audience. This show is intended to have a worldwide audience. I mean, that's what it's designed to do. It's the internet. And so it is a little bit different to try to compartmentalize what's going on right 18, 20, 30 miles to the east, and then be like, okay, no, we're good. We're doing all right. So I'll work on that this morning. I will say the one thing that's scary too is I mentioned the sky being orange and the amount of smoke. I've also never seen a city of 50,000 plus, let alone a city of 80,000 plus, actually catch on fire, to the point where parts of downtown were being worried about. That, because my experience with wildfires, you mentioned like getting out and those kind of things. I never had to do that. The fires were always in the mountains or
Right.
in the prairie. But I grew up in Montana where there's a lot more open space, and so it's harder for a town possibly to get threatened. It's unprecedented for my lifetime, but that said, we are here to have a good time, and that was a big stressor yesterday for people more in the local community, Oregon and Northern California especially. But for people worldwide, the big stressor was the realization that apparently everything Star Wars since Disney bought the franchise has just basically been a dartboard because the actress who plays Rey was on a show, I think it was Jimmy Kimmel's show, but hosted by Josh Gad. Do you know much about this, where she's basically saying like, hey, yeah, we didn't really know, we kind of changed it? What's the gist on this?
So the basic idea, and I didn't watch the interview, but I was aware of this. Everyone wanted and assumed this powerhouse that is Disney to come in and marvelize Star Wars when they got it, right? And whether it's accurate or not, Disney has always seemed to have this master plan. I mean, they put out dozens of movies building up to Avengers Endgame, and they nailed it. They had things from early in the movies that ended up being important later on, and there were Easter eggs here and there, and they had this big puzzle piece that just fit together. And I think when they acquired Star Wars, everyone was assuming we're gonna get that same sort of planning and dedication to Star Wars. And then they announced that they were gonna, we were gonna have a Star Wars movie every year, and we were gonna go back and forth between the main storyline and standalone stories, and we were gonna get all these amazing Star Wars movies. And that's just not what happened. So the Star Wars, the main saga movies came out, and rather than having this master plan, they had kind of a plan for one movie, and then we're just gonna figure it out as they went, and that didn't work. And I think another part of the issue is not only were you balancing the unknowns of the owners and company behind it all, but also you had J.J. Abrams in the first one, and he had a certain idea of how things were going to go. And then they brought in someone else for the second one who was like, all that stuff is garbage, I'm doing my own thing. And then you bring J.J. Abrams back to wrap up the trilogy, and he's like, well, let's back up, and he has to like fix all the changes that happened in the second one so he can finish telling the story that he wanted to tell starting in the first one. And it was just a mess. And they left Rey in particular, her where she came from and her family lineage, they kind of left that as a surprise for the end. But because no one knew, you had no proper like build up or clues, or you can't go back and watch this first one and be like, oh, it's so clear that she was a Palpatine, she was the granddaughter of the evil emperor. I can't believe we missed those clues in the first one, because they're not there. They had no idea, and it's such trash. Like, how did they blow it that bad?
Yeah, Daisy Ridley basically said, yeah, they had thought about maybe making her connected to Obi-Wan, and then they decided to go with Palpatine. Here's a quote from that interview. There were different versions, and then it really went to that she was no one. It just kept changing.
Yep. Well, and you can tell that J.J. Abrams in the first one wanted her to be important in some way, in terms of like where she came from. Clearly, she was important even as a no one, and then in the second movie, they really drove home the like, you're just a girl, you're just a nobody, and then they had to backtrack.
Oh my gosh. So we want to know. Oh, go ahead.
I was really okay with her being in, because Kenobi came up and Palpatine came up, and early on I was like, as long as she's not Luke Skywalker's daughter, and she just no one remembers that Luke Skywalker had a daughter, I was like, as long as they don't try to do that, I'm happy. Lucky they didn't go that route.
That seems very soap opera-y, right? It's like,
Exactly.
oh, you've been in a coma for 30 years, but did you know you had a daughter? Back left by the blue crate. I have only fists. Pushing right crate.
Oh, I got shot from across the way.
Oh, and I tried to melee and I got too far away. So this is a question we have for you then. Are you fuming over this indecision around the Star Wars franchise, the latest movies in the Star Wars franchise? What should the family lineage of Rey been, in your opinion? And then furthermore, what is the greatest surprise in movie history? Because, there's got to be one.
So as far as Star Wars goes, I'm definitely not fuming. Because my...
Yeah, he's right by that mark. He was, anyway. Yeah, he's right there in the rock. Nice work.
My viewpoint on Star Wars, and I am a Star Wars fan. I am not a hardcore Star Wars fan. I never have been, but it is my favorite, sci-fi geeky series. It's not the word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean.
Nice try.
So it is something I enjoy, but I've never been into it so much that they can do anything where I'm like, I'm never gonna watch Star Wars again. So my attitude going into it has always been more Star Wars is always more fun than less Star Wars. And so I enjoyed the movies.
So the
when
one
they
thing
came out,
the one thing though, you say they can't do anything though to ruin them for you is Yoda's actually the son of Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. So now that we're combining franchises, I need you to know that that's something that's absolutely 100% true.
that crossover sounds like a lot of fun. See, I'd be on board. So it doesn't surprise me at all. It does frustrate me that there's so much more they could have done had they been a little bit smarter with things.
Behind me by the house.
Oh, way behind us.
Yeah.
So it's just frustrating that, they could have done some really cool stuff with this franchise, which is the word I was trying to think of. Franchise, it's a tough word. And they didn't, and that's disappointing, and, maybe they'll eventually figure it out, but for now, we had some more Star Wars, and that's always fun.
It is left to you.
And Daisy Ridley's super cute, so we got to see her in 3 movies, so she's just adorable.
It's a win. It's a win. Yeah, no stock AR. I'm good with those because my aim's so precise. Up on the truck. Ignore that mark. 31 over 52. Oh, nice try.
That was close.
I mean, best surprises in movies, clearly the first one that comes to mind for me is M. Night Shyamalan with Sixth Sense. Like, that one I never saw coming. And then to your point earlier about how there were no breadcrumbs in the way they did Star Wars to lead her to being a Palpatine. Like, you go back and watch Sixth Sense and you're like, oh, how did I miss all of that?
Yeah, no, that's a hard one to disagree with, just because he did such a good job. I mean, I don't know if he did anything before that, but that's what sealed it, at least for me, is like he's the master of the twist.
Ew. What a twist. What a twist. Credit Robot Chicken for that. Truck again. How does he hit me immediately? Holy cow. Oh, crap. Oh, my gosh. He's just faster than me. It's alright. We were talking about Star Wars and twists. I'm not going to get too fretted about that one. 24 past 6 o'clock. Good morning. Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. You're watching Gaming Morning Show. He's Sean. I'm Ryan. We appreciate being with us on this Wednesday hump day. I don't know if that's something anyone says anymore, but that was one of the best commercials Geico's ever come up with. We got this day in gaming history. That's coming up shortly. And if you have a birthday to celebrate with us, we would love to celebrate with you. So let us know if there's someone in your life to whom we should wish a happy birthday. Next hour, a top 10 list, sports coming up later in the show as well, and your chance to win with a trivia question, but at 25 past 6 o'clock on the west and 9:25 on the east. Let's go to the newsroom with hashtag video game expert Sean Barnes.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, September 8th, 2020, and this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News. First up, a quick update on the Epic versus Apple battle. In the latest news, Apple filed a countersuit against Fortnite developer Epic Games, as reported by Nicole Carpenter of Polygon. In their 67-page response, Apple wrote, and Apple, come on, can't write 2 more pages. Apple writes, Epic's lawsuit is nothing more than a basic disagreement over money. Although Epic portrays itself as a modern corporate Robin Hood, in reality it is a multi-billion-dollar enterprise that simply wants to pay nothing for the tremendous value it derives from the App Store. Harsh words from Apple. And so the battle continues. They meet again in court on September 28th, so we'll look for more then.
So when you first brought the story to our attention, you broke it into a 3-round saga. So now what are we in? Are we into round 4? This is ridiculous.
Round like 7 or 8. No, I think this would probably be appropriate as round 4. There were some small things that happened between round 3 and round 4, but yeah, it's no surprise. I mean, it's very big business to be like, oh well, you're suing us, we're suing you. So it's just going to be a mess in courts for the next 6 months to a year.
It's so funny because I thought the same thing when I saw your rundown. I was like, this is the United States, right? You're gonna sue me?
Yep.
No, I'm gonna sue you better. My lawsuit's gonna be so much better than your lawsuit.
I'm gonna sue you for suing me.
I will tell you though, the fact that it's called the Epic battle is amazing. So kudos
I knew
to
you'd
you.
enjoy that. Next up, EA made a big statement with an update to Madden NFL 21 yesterday. From a story penned by Ian Walker of Kotaku, we learned that Colin Kaepernick, former San Francisco 49er, has been added as a free agent in the game. EA states, knowing that our EA Sports experiences are platforms for players to create, we want to make Madden NFL a place that reflects Colin's position and talent, rates him as a starting quarterback, and empowers our fans to express their hopes for the future of football. Those are some
EA was
words.
called out for this, and rightfully so. A couple of years ago, in a previous iteration, there was a song that had Colin Kaepernick's name in it, and EA, and I'll give them a ton of credit, their soundtracks have always been pretty solid, just really been enjoyable, because you spend so much time in all of their sports franchises in the menu system, right? The fact that they came up with a soundtrack that's enjoyable, they got the licensing, all this stuff, but they picked a song that in the lyrics had Colin Kaepernick's name, and then they blanked it out. Like they didn't beep it, they just eliminated it from the song, and fans were outraged, right? And you couldn't obviously get Kaepernick in the free agent pool, and now all of a sudden they've kind of reversed course on that, and obviously the NFL in a lot of ways has done that similarly too. So it's a frustrating thing. I think ultimately if this is something that's better, then let's go in the direction of better. It's just that EA in the video game landscape, right? They are a leader from size and longevity and the franchises that they have the licensing for. They could have made this statement well ahead, and now it seems like, hey, now it's fine. We're going to go ahead and make the change, and that is frustrating, and I understand why fans were calling them out.
Yep, and for sure. And it's nice to see things heading in the right direction, especially because we don't know where this was coming from in the past, because licenses are so tricky, and the fact that this is the only NFL game, there's a team of people, whether it's one person or a couple people in the NFL, that their whole job is to communicate with EA and be like, okay, here we have the rights for these things, we don't for these. You can do this, you can't do this. I'm sure in contracts there are limitations and certain things that have to be okayed through the NFL. So the fact that this is happening is a sign that not only is EA making better choices and doing the right thing, but also the NFL is making, or at least allowing, better changes And I think we've seen some good things coming out in the last during this last off season. That's a sign that people are starting to make some better choices in professional sports.
Well, and I think you make a good point. In fairness to Electronic Arts, like they may have been told that there's absolutely no way they can do it. The one concern that I have is when you are as powerful as an EA, you could say, you know what, we're not gonna print the Madden franchise. Then we're not gonna make it, and that's obviously like an extreme. Yeah, that's an obviously extreme thing, but sometimes that's what it takes to get people's attention. So that, but in fairness, yeah, I agree with you there.
Sometimes you need to be the modern corporate Robin Hood,
and that's why Epic Games is here for you. We are helping you. And in Epic's America... No, I'm just kidding. Okay, continue.
And always last but never least, we finish off today's gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News, with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we're thirsty. Thirsty for knowledge. Where the only thing that can quench our thirst is finally knowing what is out today. The Rule of Lands Pioneers out on PC. Blazing Sails, which last night, tired... I read as Blazing Snails Pirate Battle Royale, and I was on board with Blazing Snails, but it's not. Blazing Sails Pirate Battle Royale, which still sounds cool, but not the same. Cloud Gardens out on PC, Hermes Sybil's Prophecy out on PC, and for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Injection Pi 23. The simple Pi, no name, no number, which, hear me out, no name, no number, Injection Pi 23 is both a name and a number. So I don't know what's going on with this title.
No, it's no name, no number, and you will ignore what we put before that because we are telling you there's no name, no number. If it had been Blazing Snails, you're right, that is a shoo-in for name of the morning, for sure.
That's the one. So congratulations, Injection Pi 23, no name, no number, despite being a liar, on winning Name of the Morning. Your trophy is in the mail, and that will not make it to Name of the Month because it is a survival horror game, and I accidentally saw a screenshot of it, and it looks terrifying.
If you don't know, now you know. We play at some point on our YouTube channel our Name of the Month. Last month it was Hexa Groove Tactical DJ, so we'll be playing that soon.
It's coming around this way.
Oh, I was running. Oh, we had the same exact idea.
I should have had that guy. I was using my pistol to fire at that other guy. And then I should have switched back to my shotgun because I knew that guy was coming. But
why were you using two hands for your pistol?
Oh well, that's how you fire.
Okay, I tried to go up. I failed. Oh, I ran right into his muzzle. He's on the blue mark.
On to the next round.
I turned the corner, and his gun was right in my mouth. So.
Don't put that in there. That's dirty.
Proper English welcome.
That's the second time in this game that I've died while running. I maybe just need to slow my roll here a little bit. Okay, I'm just making sure this is an AR or a marksman.
I'm so glad I only have this.
Got one. He's behind me. He's low.
He's down in spawn.
10 seconds.
Yep. He might have just stimmed. He moved.
I still never saw him.
We had a fist battle in the back, so I killed the one guy with fists, and then he killed me with fists, and then we told two friends, and then they told two friends, and so on. Oh, he killed me. He's in back left spawn.
On to the next next round.
Is it really 4-0, Sean?
No.
Injection
You're
Pi
seeing
23. No name, no number. That's so
Head
good.
in, stay frosty.
but excluded from name of the month already. Oh, he's behind me, behind us.
Shake it up, focus on
While
the
I
next
was really
round.
tired, trying to get the symbol pi into my notes and the rundown was way more difficult than it should have been.
That's funny.
They're on match point. We can't take another loss.
All right. Let's try this again.
You know, so I actually am concerned about something. And that is the fact that... Oh, I ran into his fire. I think he ran into mine. He's back left spawn. I couldn't hit him with a gun. I'm concerned about something. Our favorite map in Gunfight is King. I don't know if we've won a King on stream.
Quality of gameplay, not guaranteed.
I find it completely, like, ironic that we are in this map, we love this map, and for some reason when we're playing it on stream, we cannot win a game.
We'll win again someday.
Someday. Well, that happened. 36 past 6 o'clock. It's West Coast time, 9:36 on the East. He's Sean. I'm Ryan. Gaming Morning Show on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, gamingmorningshow.tv. We're working on, evolving the show, more stuff on our other channels as well, not just the live show, but that takes time. We'll keep working on that, trying to get some guests on as well. Coming up this hour, celebrity birthdays. We'll let you know who turns a year older. Also, this day in gaming history, which, by the way, that list was massive. But that's also because there was one very key thing that happened on this day back in the mid-90s, and that sparked a whole bunch of other things. So we'll tell you about that coming up. A top 10 list next hour. Our question of the morning is Star Wars related. Rey is blank. So what do you think she should have been? Because she ends up being revealed as a Palpatine. What do you think, if you could have written it and then had all the little nuggets pasted in the earlier movies, what would you have wanted?
Eliminate all enemies or capture the overtime flag to win.
I would have gone Obi-Wan Kenobi's daughter or granddaughter, or whatever they decided. I thought that was the way to go.
No mistakes, no prisoners.
One's on me.
Stay focused, no mistakes. This round is
Being a
ours.
Star Wars expert like I am, because I've definitely seen all the latest movies. Absolutely. 100%. You know, I do think, though, if you really wanted to make a twist, if you will, M. Night Shyamalan style. Oh, we're lined up. I don't want to go with you. Okay, one's going left. Oh, he reversed course and shot me. He's in spawn. You could have
Give it to them.
just made her not related to anybody in previous movies, right? So this whole time, people are sitting there speculating, is she a Skywalker? Is she related to Obi-Wan? I wouldn't have honestly ever thought about Palpatine, right? Maybe she was Darth Maul's old roommate. Oh, he's on me. Crap, he's on me. I'm screwed.
Yeah, and see, I think that's what, I keep forgetting his name, but the guy that directed the second one, I think that's what he was trying to get after. But that's just not how Star Wars works. I mean, you have Luke Skywalker on this desert planet save this princess, and then of course she's his sister. Like everyone important in that universe is connected.
Oh my gosh. I had him.
And so in the second one, when they start alluding to the fact that she may just be a nobody, it just doesn't feel right for that universe. So I'm glad they went back and kind of half retconned it and made her have important parents. It just wasn't done in a very good way, but
Oh, he's behind me.
They're making us
Yeah, and I think that's where it makes sense. Yeah, if you're true to the things that Star Wars was built on, then yeah, you can't do that. It doesn't make my statement any less true. That would have been the biggest twist. It's just that, yeah, it wouldn't have been true to the franchise. With you?
They're both over there. 100 up.
What?
Nice try.
I hit him twice.
It's a shotgun. Makes no sense.
Oh, I'm in crouch too. I didn't realize that.
Move to engage.
Alright, I'm going right up the middle.
Okay, I'm going right. He beat me. He's on the bridge. You have 7 bullets. 54. He has. You have 64. He has 54. 8 over 54. Nice try.
Raise your weapon. We're not finished yet.
Just ran out of health.
I should be like 4-3 at least.
Yata, they win this, they win it all. Time to push.
We'll get done
Right.
playing these games, and again, the whole point of the show is the morning show aspect of it more than anything else.
$28.34. He was in their spawn.
Oh Jesus!
That's the one.
That was actually a really good play. Woohoo! Okay, pants check. All right, we're good. We're good. Holy cow, he scared the hell out of me. Well done. Well done. Just grab some coffee, change my shorts. Hey, yeah, we're all right. We're all right. 6:42 West Coast time, 9:42 on the East. He's Sean and Ryan. Stick around. Celebrity birthdays coming up in just a bit. Some other topics that I didn't realize how far down this rabbit hole we were. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, there was rumors that there was going to be a reboot, right? And apparently it's to the point where Peacock has already picked up 2 seasons of this.
Yep.
It's going to be a reboot of the classic sitcom. Will Smith made the announcement on YouTube yesterday. And it's going to be called Bel-Air, which I think, just as an aside, that's why I love Will Smith, because he's good at everything, right? He has a clothing line now called Bel-Air. You know that's going to be plastered all over this place, but it's pretty cool. Morgan Cooper is going to co-write and direct the project.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I love we live in a world where now things get picked up for multiple season orders when we don't even have like a pilot or, to my knowledge, any test footage or any.
Gunfire.
They're just like, yep,
Eliminate
seasons,
all enemies
please.
or capture the overtime flag to win.
Kind of want to go to this rock. Oh, I don't get to move yet. Yeah, no, to your point, like, sight unseen, right? Like, nobody even has Peacock yet, so... I'm just kidding. I'm sure someone has Peacock.
Oh, man.
Look at this rock. They'll never know we're here.
They should aim right there.
Don't shoot us. I know there's a target right there. Ignore that. Okay, one to the right. He got me. He shot me. He shot. Wow.
Oh,
Shake it off. Focus
I
on the
got
next
dead.
round.
Oh, and it's one guy. Nice shots.
man, it's like if you just stand in one place, you're really easy to hit or something.
No,
oh,
I
this
don't
guy
think
must
so.
actually play for FaZe.
No, I don't think so. Let's try it again. Maybe that was a fluke. Okay.
I think this guy's a pro.
He can't seriously hit us twice. Uh-oh, that's concerning.
That's the way. On to the next round.
Nice shot.
Thank you.
Just click his head.
That's all you gotta do.
Head in. Safe frost.
My mouse isn't working today. It's weird though. Hey, let's go to my house. We do have stim. I don't think he has a clue where we are.
He can't.
Oh, this is the Galil.
10 seconds.
Oh, he shot me. He's right by the door.
He
Two
was
That
so
was-
confused.
That was a cluster.
Like, why is he looking that way?
Well, because surely both of us wouldn't be in the house. That'd be absurd.
I like how he was waiting.
Uh-oh. Oh, it looked like the rock bounced back in. I was like, oh, your grenade came right back at us. Stimming?
Well, he's not gonna go play with that.
He's to the left. Oh, he got us.
One round gone.
That's
Not
weird.
yet,
Aw,
only
man.
left.
Now he has a teammate. I like how scared of us he is.
Well,
I mean, it worked.
I mean, if
so.
you went into a house and all that happened was you got shot at a whole bunch, would you go back in the house? I'm sorry, even on stream, playing this level this way makes me happier.
It's so much more fun.
I really can't. Okay, right? We tried.
Shake it off.
I really
We
thought we
shot
had the
at
guy on the
someone.
right.
Yeah, I thought we had a good chance.
Oh, and we were. Oh no, I did put my fists up. I was like, we didn't even spray paint the rock, so how would they know we were there? But I did. So.
Moving.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's not time yet. Ah, my rock, my rock. Maybe I should use the shotgun this time.
That's definitely the play. I tried to duck.
That other guy is not nearly as good as the first one.
I even tried to move a lot. How did they know?
Let's get to work.
Oh, before I run, I am going to chuck a knife across the map.
Take a breath. Going back.
You almost had it. Hey, I got a plan.
Oh,
Let's
he,
take this game into our own hands.
he knifed me in the knee.
They're on match point. We'll
What's your
even
plan?
the score.
Back to that.
Come over here. No, come over here.
Oh, come to. Okay, come to you. What's over here?
So see this rock
Uh huh.
and see that water.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ooh, I'm thirsty.
Oh,
Whee!
uh-oh. I fell down.
Oh, Hill is the worst map ever conceived.
It was so dumb.
Rust is the worst map on gunfight, probably, because Rust wasn't designed for gunfight. Hill is just the
Yeah.
worst map that they actually designed for gunfight. And we're like, yeah, we'll put this in the game.
It was-
Do you remember, we should give a shout out. What was the YouTube channel, if you remember off the top of your head, who had the map overviews? Do you remember at all?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I'd have to go back and look it up.
We'll find it, but one guy on YouTube came up with this map tutorial that Sean found. And the way he talks about Hill is hilarious.
It was great. It was basically for all the maps and giving you strategies, and you could do this, and you have these lanes, and you have these sites, and then he gets to Hill and he goes, this map sucks. Look for name tags. Good luck.
This map is terrible. There, I've made my statement known in chat. 49 past 6 o'clock. Thanks for hanging out with us on the West Coast. 9:49 on the East. He's Sean. I'm Ryan. Gaming Morning Show on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. You can always type in gms.watch and find us as well. Coming up after this game, we'll do celebrity birthdays and this day in gaming history. We're with you usually for 3 hours every weekday morning, as we're your favorite morning radio show that plays games.
Gunfight.
Yeah, big thoughts to everyone
Eliminate
dealing
all
with
enemies or
wildfires.
capture the overtime flag to win.
Honestly, big thoughts to everyone who's dealing with stress. There's been enough stress so far this year just with the pandemic alone. So,
Sweep and clear. Move.
push the middle.
There's one guy there.
He was the last. Fight or die.
I don't know what I saw, Sean, but I swear I saw somebody up in that window. That was weird. Well, we all know about the ghosts of Gulag, right? So. Yep, I shouldn't have lined up. I thought I was making a play. I wasn't. Hey, Sean, I'm not going to do that again.
Weapons ready. Move in.
Oh, but now I have a mark. Everything.
One's
totally
prone back left.
Jeez.
One round means nothing. Prepare to fight.
So it was the exclusive Ace had that video, how to dominate gunfight maps, lines and sights, and jump spots on all 2v2 maps. That was the video.
One round means nothing. Prepare to fight.
Who are these people?
They don't have a morning show.
Oh, well, that's probably because they're busy being professional gamers. Holy cow. They're so fast.
Uh-oh.
No store. Take this round. We stay
Oh, we have
alive.
stim.
Yep.
We have failed.
All right.
Return to base.
I would like to take this opportunity to announce my retirement from gunfight. I did not touch a soul with a single bullet, so yeah. If you ever have a chance to play Suppressor and Nate, good luck. We got 53 past 6 o'clock. It is time for birthdays on this beautiful day. Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. Beautiful, but also stay safe for sure. A couple of birthdays off the bat. Hugh Grant is 60 today. I think Hugh Grant is one of the most prolific actors in history, playing the same character in every movie.
If I could look like him when I'm 40, when he's 60, I'd be happy.
Well, you just, no, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
He does not look 60.
And meanwhile, Adam Sandler turns like 49 today, and he kind of looks older than that. What did I say, 49? No, he's not.
54,
He's
yeah.
54. So there you go. He doesn't look a day over 49, except he does. Did you watch Uncut Gems?
No, I didn't see that one.
Our buddy Carl and I were super excited about that, and part of the reason is one of my favorite shows on radio is the Dan Patrick Show, and he always has Sandler on because Dan Patrick's been in a bunch of Sandler movies, and he built that movie up as like a lot of people did. It was supposed to be Adam Sandler's going to win an Oscar for this movie. I enjoyed it, but I will say that it is one of the most stressful movies because it never slows down, not once. It is just constantly doing something. Rachel Hunter is 51 today. I don't know how to say Goron's last name. Visnicic?
Sure.
48 today. Appeared on an episode as Doctor Who, or in an episode of Doctor Who, excuse me. Oh, and then Michael Bubble turns 44 today. One of my favorite ad campaigns is for that carbonated water that I think Pepsi makes. You've drank it before. What's it called? Is it Bubbly?
Yeah, it's bubbly.
Bubbly, right? That's the LaCroix competitor, I think.
Yeah.
And they use Michael Bublé to have an ad campaign. Michelle Williams turns 40. She was stellar in Greatest Showman. Big fan. I still think, though, that because she was on Dawson's Creek, that Pacey should not have wound up with Joey, because Dawson had a creek. All right? You don't say no to a man who has his own creek. Just saying. You have a creek.
I can't see it anymore.
You have a creek.
The air is too thick. Some might say I even have a crick.
Some would. Yes. Off microphone. They would say crick. Who would do that? That's insane. Joe Theismann, former NFL quarterback, 71. J.R. Smith of the Lakers is 35. Harlan Sanders, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, had a birthday on September 9th. Speaking of which, KFC, right?
KFC, I had my first KFC for like 7 years.
It had been a while. Country
that was
singer.
The highlight of that.
That's true. We just moved the in-laws in, and we got some KFC on the way there, because both Sean and I have spouses who are not big KFC fans, and so we had a chance to get it. Extra crispy, though, right?
It's gotta be extra crispy.
Country singer-songwriter Hunter Hayes, 29 today. Actor Kelsey Asbille, 29 today. Clearly not familiar. Let's see. Anyone else I see on here? No. I don't have anyone else that really stands out to me. The Doobie Brothers. That's a great classic rock thing, but that, John McPhee is 70 today, so yeah. All right, let's go to this day in gaming history, and this is the linchpin that I'm going to bring up right away. 1995, Sony Electronics introduces the 32-bit CD-ROM game system PlayStation in North America. Price is $299. Sean, that console was not $299 because I saved up all summer to buy the damn thing. It had to be at least $1,000. Gosh, it took me forever to get enough money to get that thing.
Things changed that day. Things changed big time.
Yeah, and so with that, this list you can find this list at kpolson, POLSSON.com. There were about 400 subsequent things, and that's because all these games came out on this day in 1995 as well. But, as you've mentioned too, this is kind of a safe bet for when systems come out, is sometime in the late summer or early fall. Because also
everyone's trying to hit that holiday window.
Yeah, and this day in 1999, Sega released the Dreamcast. They preceded it with a $100 million marketing campaign. And they had a whole bunch of different things you could get, but it was also only $199, which is amazing to me. So,
and maybe the we changed it up.
So this is Gunfight OSP. We have to pick up our weapons,
or just use fists.
Yes, that's true. Or we could throw that rat that just ran by at
all assets are secure on site.
Oh, he knew I was there. Oh, I live marked them. They're both over back there.
They're making us fight for it. Give it to them.
So back in the beta days, they had a version of this out. We played it. Do you remember playing it that time?
No.
We hated it.
I didn't know. Maybe they had changed it up.
Maybe. I mean, we haven't played it since, so.
I was really hoping the guy that shot me was going to run at me because I had planted a claymore. And then his friend showed up and ruined everything.
Show them what we do.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is a blast.
No, it just my issue with it is the same same one we had then, which is you take the things we like about gunfight
Sarah, stay hungry.
and you get rid of
There's
them,
more
which
where
is
that came
everyone
from.
has the same guns. And now it's like, oh well, I found a marksman. Oh, that guy has an M4. And you're screwed.
I imagine it's mirrored though, right? I mean, I
Ooh,
could be
I found. Oh, it's over now. I got some collie sticks.
One round
Why
is
didn't you
nothing.
kill them?
Prepare to fight.
I killed one of them with my collie sticks.
So the code name for the Dreamcast was
Show them
Katana.
what we do.
There were
Pretty good code name.
250,000 units that were sold early.
You're all that is left. Finish it.
Oh my gosh.
We're not done yet.
He ran one way, then he reversed course. Stupid. Dreamcast came out with Sonic Adventure for Dreamcast back in 1999. And then this one was more modern, but Activision Blizzard, this date in 2014, came out with Destiny.
And the rest was their destiny.
We're not done yet. Make it happen.
1994.
Switching sides.
We're just gonna gloss over that play. Mortal Kombat 2 hit arcades. This is, I don't think, a hot take at all, but Mortal Kombat 2 is significantly better than Mortal Kombat 1. My stick came off my stick.
Sarah, stay hungry. There's more where that came from.
Oh my gosh.
What a mess.
Yada.
Oh, whoops.
Stay
I
with it,
just
stay with it
reported
all.
him
Time
for
to push.
offensive planting. Tried to put my stick back on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is just a comedy of errors. Oh my gosh.
Return
no.
to base.
Oh my gosh. If that just doesn't show how much fun this game is to me. But yeah, we won't play that mode again. I'm sorry. 91, Nintendo announced the Super Nintendo system would be available nationwide. Guess how much that one cost?
$199.99.
Yep, pretty much. All the systems came out basically $199. So the PlayStation being $299 was like a big deal, but you know it was 32. You got 16 more bits for it. So
All the bits.
yeah, you got all of the bits. That's about it. I did have this one in here. 2011, Star Fox came out for Nintendo 3DS, the Star Fox 64 3D. And I only put that one in there. I've never had a DS, but we need more Star Fox.
We need more classic Star Fox, because they had Star Fox on the Super Nintendo was ahead of its time. Does not hold up. Don't go try to replay that ever again. And then Star Fox 64 is amazing and does hold up. And they've re-released that a couple times now. And then they just went off the deep end on trying to make Star Fox this like third-person adventure game on the GameCube, which was terrible. And so everyone hated it. So Nintendo was like, "Oh, no one wants Star Fox anymore." And we're like, "No, that's not the message. We don't want that Star Fox. Put him back in a ship up in space, and we'll be happy."
Star Fox, go back in your ship. You go shoot faces in the sky. Go shoot some polygons. Go do it now.
Click on their heads.
4 past 7 o'clock. Good morning, Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. Sean, thanks for hanging out with me. Like we said at the top, entertainment can sometimes be valuable. I feel a little bit better right now, so thank you for hanging out with me, and stay safe, okay?
Likewise. I'll see you soon.
All right, we'll come back with more in just a little bit on the Gaming Morning Show. Still to come, our top 10 list, as well as sports, trivia, your chance to get qualified for a fabulous prize. So still more to come. We'll go through some Modern Warfare. Keep working on challenges and such in just a little bit. It is Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. Thanks for being with us on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. We'll be back in just a sec.
Novelty. Another kind, you let me get away. Slip through the cracks, 'cause you took me for granted. Curiosity, how can you not see? I'm a novelty who just wants novelty. One of a kind, you let me get away. Slip through the cracks, 'cause you took me for granted. Took me. Curiosity, how can you not see I'm a novelty? Who just wants to get chosen? Did it put all this work in you just to walk away? My time and my love should be treated as a novelty. A novelty. Hey, my love, this heart is tearing worlds apart. I never told the moon anything about me and you. And I know I gotta keep on breathing, but you know it's really hard when I'm dreaming about me and you and everything that we can do. Are you gonna be on my side now? Tell me, baby, please, are you gonna stick around? 'Cause all my time's for you. Just tell me that you want me to. I've been looking at you from across the room, and all of these lights look dim compared to you. And I'd be with you if you asked me to. 'Cause you know no one else compares to you. Compares to you. I've been falling, 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 falling. You keep me coming, 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 coming. In every way, I promise I feel the same. 'Cause I love you more than any other words can say. I've been falling, 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 falling.
Morning Gamer, it is Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. Thanks for hanging out with us, Gaming Morning Show. I am Ryan. We got 2 more hours today, 7:12 right now on the West Coast, 10:12 on the East. Coming up this hour, we'll have a top 10 list. I'll also give you some gaming headlines if you missed them from our first hour. Later in the show, sports trivia. We might play some Google Feud if we got enough people in chat who want to play. It's where we help figure out autocomplete sentences. Our topic of the day has to do with Star Wars, and I will admit, Star Wars expert I am not. I honestly haven't even seen any of the newest movies, including our topic about Rey. So if you want to just give me a steamroll education, go ahead. I'm open to it. I can handle it. But the idea was on a podcast or a show with Josh Gad. I want to say he was hosting Jimmy Kimmel Live, but I don't know for a fact. Apparently, the topic came up with this idea that, hey, we just really didn't know what Rey's storyline was in total. So at one point, there was ties to Obi-Wan, and then I became a Palpatine, said Daisy Ridley. So you can take that for what it is, but we are asking in that vein, you know, who do you think would have been a good tie-in for Rey? Sean in the first hour said definitely wasn't wanting her to be a Skywalker, so that didn't happen. He liked the idea of the Obi-Wan connection. I said the biggest surprise would have been if she wasn't attached to anybody, but Sean had a good counterpoint too about, well, Star Wars is all about family lineage, right? You know, Darth Vader, dad's a Skywalker, and then so-and-so is related to so-and-so, and Leia and Luke are sister and brother, and all this stuff, right? So clearly it's a big, like, family tree with strings going back and forth, and that wouldn't have been Star Wars. So I give him that. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. So you can have your opinion heard in the chat. Would be curious, though, what you think the biggest surprise in movie history is, for sure. I've never seen, what was it, Usual Suspects? That's the one with Kevin Spacey playing Kaiser Sose. There we go. That's apparently one of the biggest twists in all of movie history. I've never seen it, but it's one of those ones where at the end you're like, oh, I should have seen it the whole time. And that's why I say, for me, the one that I saw was Sixth Sense. Like, had no clue that was coming whatsoever, and M. Night Shyamalan did a great job there. So if you have a better surprise than that, let us know in the chat. Some other things that we're thinking of today, too, is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is getting a reboot called Bel-Air. It's already been picked up for 2 seasons by Peacock, the streaming service from NBC Universal. I don't know if I'm excited. Sean was excited. I don't know if I'm excited. You know, the shows that I've been watching as of late have more to do with original ideas. Like I was really in, well, and I say this now and I'm dumb because House of Cards wasn't even an original idea. It was a remake of a UK show. So I mean that was like the best show that I'd seen in a while. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is probably the best comedy I've seen in a while, and technically that's an original idea, although, you know, at that point you're probably borrowing things from certain places. So I mean, it's all about inspiration and things. You know, there's no quote-unquote original ideas anymore. But I don't know if we need so many reboots. I'm excited to see what Will Smith will do with it, though. He is probably going to be involved. I didn't see that for sure. Maybe Sean knows because he saw the YouTube video, or at least had heard about this yesterday. So if he's in the chat, he can let us know. But I do know that Morgan Cooper is going to be a co-writer and director for it. That was posted online yesterday from Joe Otterson of Variety. Star Trek Discovery, they had a new trailer yesterday. I don't know much about Star Trek either. If you're excited about that, let us know. And like I said, gaming headlines coming up in just a little bit. I won't go too heavy on this, but we are based in the Pacific Northwest. There are a lot of wildfires going on in the state of Oregon and California. And just wishing positive thoughts to all those who have already been evacuated. Those who are on level 2, level 1 evacuation notices, because I know it's uneasy. I mean, today, Bree and I, my wife, we're going to go through and just take pictures of everything that we have in the house, because we are lucky that right now the threat of our neighborhood is really, really low, especially compared to a lot of other places in our county. There's fires to the north, there's fires to the northeast, and fires to the direct east of us. So we're going to go through and do that preparation, because they gave pretty good guidelines. You know, if you have hours, you know, you can still get a lot of stuff out. But if you get a level 2 or level 3, it's time to get going. And so be safe, make your best judgment, and help one another too. I've already reached out to several of my friends, and it's really more, you know, people that I know. We haven't stayed in touch in years. I have a guy in Southern Oregon who I did radio with last in maybe 03, you know, and I'm sitting here saying like, hey, if we need to hook you up to electric and water in front of our house, if you have a camper, or if you need a place to stay, we can make space available. We're trying our best, and so just take care of each other and be safe as best we can at this time. All right, let's take a look at challenges for today. I've been doing these on the stream the last couple of days that I've been solo for the final 2 hours. We'll do pistols and flash grenades and smoke grenades. Oh, whoops, I didn't take Sean off there. Bye, Sean. Man. Why would you group these two together? Why would we need to do flash grenades and smoke grenades on the same morning? I mean, come on now. Oh, I bet the new weekly challenges are out, though, so we can take a look at those. Oh, I only have a couple. Did I do all these yesterday and I didn't realize it? Yeah, 15 hours. Huh, maybe I just missed them yesterday. All right, so we need tactical insertion and use Bale as my operator. I don't know if I have Bale. Let's find out. Okay, not on this list, so it must be Allegiance. Bale. Nope. Complete the Into the Furnace campaign mission or acquire the skin. Well, I'm not going to get that challenge yet, so not getting my cash, Call of Duty. Alright, so we're going to get flash grenades first. I'm going to still keep using the Scaleel. Man, this thing in this setup has actually been pretty insane for me, so I'm not about to change it. Yeah, no mono yet. I already have all 5, yeah. So did I get that one yet? Nope, that's not the sight that I'm looking for. Someone had a really great sight on it that was still fast, but had some thermal aspects to it. So I wouldn't have minded having that. This is still the stock on that build. I was playing yesterday in a mode where I had to hop on and steal, you know, other people's weapons when they've been downed. and get kills with them. And so I was doing that, and whatever weapon I was using was amazing. So, I mean, that looks pretty. I'm gonna use that one. Okay, we need flash and okay, oh, and a pistol. So I got my pistol. That's good. All right, flash. There we go. And then go to the operator or officer progression rather. All right, what am I closest on? Okay, so got to get there. You go. Might get that one completed. Gonna wait for Sean for that one because that's only fun when you have friends. Let's see. Spotter perk. Oh, I need to destroy equipment. Yikes. Okay, well there you go. So put spotter back on. Oh, and 4 attachments is what I'm on there. Okay, let's go with frag. Alright, frag and 4 attachments. We'll take off. Yeah, we'll take off this. Oh no, that helps the hip fire. What about this one? Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay. There's a 4 attachment weapon. Let's load out. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That looks all good. Okay. Yeah, like I said, coming up, top 10 list. I still need to find our top 10 list, if I'm going to be honest with you. Prep kind of started a little late this morning. You know, I was doing some other stuff. I was kind of busy, so I didn't really get my list yet. So I'll make that really quick and then put that into the rundown. Gaming news coming up as well. Our name of the morning was pretty solid this morning, which I liked Sean's line of thinking with this. So we picked Injection Pie 23. No name, no number, but Injection is a name, and 23 is a number. Pi, for what it's worth, is a number. So they lied. But that's an Xbox One game. It's out today, and Sean said it will definitely not be our name of the morning because we are not playing any games where we have to be scared. That's a rule. There's not many rules on this show, but that's one of them. Here we go. I died.
We're holding 2. We have the advantage. Pistol team at Bravo. We're halfway there. Keep fighting. Enemy at the bottom. Enemy personal radar in the air. Got a personal radar drone ready. Hostiles at Bravo. Securing Alpha. Taking evasive.
I don't know what just happened there. I think I killed myself with my own
We're
grenade.
holding all points. Defend. Grenade out. Fuck out.
Hit them.
Grenade out.
Did he just kill me with his riot shield?
Losing Bravo.
Nice jump.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Yeah, I saw him. I died. think I need a bigger clip on my pistol. I don't know why this is my sidearm right now, but
Flash out!
that guy died to his own teammate.
We're holding all points.
Where? Oh, he's behind the fire.
Hostiles taking Bravo. Team at Alpha. Flash out!
Enemy in the dumpster.
Team at Alpha. Found.
Planting Claymore.
Assist your team at B. Assist your team at C. Assist your team at B.
Basically, a sister team everywhere.
Ready for flyover. Precision airstrike available. On your mark. You're needed at Bravo. Assist your team at Alpha. We're winning. Keep it tight. Hostiles approaching Alpha.
Enemy at the cargo.
This is Striker 3-1, good copy. Strike in.
We won!
Let's have another.
Good effect on target.
Do I get credit for last kill with the precision airstrike? Oh, no. Wasn't meant to be. Game over, man. Game over. A Gaming Morning Show now 27 past 7 o'clock. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Gaming Morning Show. I am Ryan. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv, playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare in our breaks this morning. Otherwise, we're just going to have some fun gaming news coming up in just a little bit. We're going to give you top 10 Star Wars facts you definitely didn't know. We'll have that in just a moment. We are asking you about the Rey situation. This was because she talked to Josh Gad and basically said, hey, we didn't really know what was going on. Here's the actual quote, or one of them from it. There were different versions, and then it really went to that she was no one. It just kept changing in reference to they toyed with the idea that she was tied to Obi-Wan, ended up making her a Palpatine. So, Palpatine. I keep saying Palpatine like it's a chocolatey drink, like Ovaltine. Excuse me, young man, did you have your Palpatine this morning? How are you going to grow up big and strong without your Palpatine? Good stuff, good stuff. Next hour, sports. We'll do some trivia as well, so stick around for that. We are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on all those platforms. You can also type in gms.watch and find us. All right. I'm trying to do the pistol thing. I only need 2 more headshots, and I got to blind enemies with flashes. All right. I also have to remember to put down my field upgrades better.
Flash out!
Well, that was horrible.
Flash out! Grenade out!
Haha, sucker. Well, he's got another pistol.
All out, reloading. Kill confirmed. Got a personal radar drone ready. Friendly recon's
Kill
online.
confirmed. Copy. Jaguar 3-0 en route for personal radar coverage.
Kill confirmed.
Oh, he caught me.
Ready for flyover. Friendly recon's online.
UAV entering the AO.
Take your own medicine. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy personal radar in the air. Flash out. Kill confirmed.
Kobe.
Grenade out.
Enemy in the courtyard.
Oh, he was somewhere right.
Advise UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply. Jaguar 3-0 personal radar is bingo fuel. Recalling to base.
Oh, he was... I thought he was farther to the right. All right, well, we're done with that pistol's headshot thing. That's good. Oh, he's behind the car.
Flash out.
Looking for people. Trying to shoot them.
Friendly UAV
Where are the
overhead.
people? They're over here.
All out, reloading.
Kill confirmed.
Oh, he kept running away from me. I finally found him, and he turned around and shot me. What an a-hole.
Frag out. Incoming. Flash out.
Oh, it's got him.
UAV overhead.
Flash out.
It's a teammate? Oh my gosh.
Frag out. Grenade out. Flash out. Eye for an eye.
Kill confirmed.
Oh, what bad luck.
Grenade out. RPG. Flash out.
Oh, he beat me. He beat me. He's better than me. He's better
We're
than
halfway
me.
there. Keep fighting.
Frag out. Flash out. Took one out.
Are you close to pistol kills yet?
Allied group missile away.
Oh, I just whiffed.
Enemy clusters. Enemy personal radar in the air.
Grenade out.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. Yep, that was a bad play. Oh, I bet it was him who I flashed.
Flash out.
Enemy in the back alley.
Kill confirmed.
Reloading.
Oh, I shouldn't have ADS'd.
Grenade out.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Enemy in the courtyard.
Flash out. Reloading.
Oh, nice play.
Enemy in the center.
Frag out.
Oh shoot. Yep. that was a beautiful.
Calling for
I
recon.
have personal radar.
Friendly
Flash
UAV
out.
overhead.
Jaguar 30 inbound for personal radar coverage. Flash out. Grenade out.
Kill confirmed.
Shooter down.
Oh, boo! I disagree.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Flash out. Jaguar 30, personal radar is bingo fuel. Recalling to base. Flash out.
This is why I shot that guy around the corner.
Grenade out.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
They're down. I see movement.
Enemy recon. Kill confirmed.
No, I haven't played PGA 2K. We were talking about that when that game came out. It's just been so long since I've played a golf game. And part of the reason behind that is I remember playing one of the Tiger Woods EA games on Wii. And what I loved about that was the fact that they made the Wii board part of it, which was super cool. Because it was a little bit more in depth than your typical golf game. You had to actually worry about like your feet placement. It wasn't just about how long you held the button. And I really like that. Why was I back there with all the other people? Yeah, what do you think? Shaved.
Kill confirmed. Enemy UAV overhead.
I mean, I would play a golf game again, especially now that we're playing games so much more. I mean, we were playing
Enemy at the back door.
more games even before, we started the show. So arguably, I've been playing more games than I ever have before.
Kill confirmed.
He was there. I thought he was dead. That guy. I wonder if that's a challenge.
Enemy cluster strike incoming. Take cover.
I think that guy was fed up with him too. Yeah, let me know. Let me know how it is. I mean, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other things that come with the golf games now, like backspin, all sorts of things. Because I remember that was another thing from the Wii games. I think you had to like keep whipping the controller or something to get backspin on the ball. But I honestly don't remember. No, I haven't played it. I would though, for sure. Gaming Morning Show now 39 past 7 o'clock. A little behind schedule, I'm not going to lie to you. I usually try to get to our top 10 list a little earlier than this, but I'm not. So let's go ahead and do it now. These are top 10 Star Wars facts you definitely didn't know. Like, some of our lists are kind of like, hey, maybe you knew, maybe you didn't. But, Esquire, now we got this one from esquireme.com. They'd say you definitely don't know. So if you definitely don't know, now you know. All right, let's see. Top 10 facts you definitely didn't know. Number 1, Yoda was almost played by a monkey. That one I didn't know. Even though we did confirm, as Sean was talking about this in the first hour, Rey, you have to have family lineage, right? And Disney was going to buy these properties like Star Wars, they got Marvel, and they were going to make these epic stories, right? And was going to overlap and all this storytelling, and you had to pay attention in the first hour of the first film so you can learn something in the fourth hour of the last film, right? It's going to be a big deal. Well, here's something you didn't know. Yoda is actually the son of Miss Piggy and Kermit, because they own that property too. So there you go. George Lucas actually originally planned for Yoda to be an adorable monkey wearing a mask and carrying a cane. If I'm getting trolled by this website, I would believe it. So just take these with a grain of salt. Number 2, Ewok is never actually said in the original trilogy. So you have these beautiful little itty bitty bear things. They were only identified in the script and in the closing credits. They were never actually said to be Ewoks in the film. You can confirm that. I don't know. But if you know that for fact, I believe you. Number 3, Return of the Jedi almost had a very different ending. Quote unquote, there was at one point Lucas had this idea where Luke would take Vader's helmet, he would put it on, and he would say, "Now I am Vader," and turns to the dark side. I mean, this show is tough to do without my nerd friends Sean and Ben, because they're the ones who are going to jump in here and just pile on me. But maybe that would have been a better ending. Instead of him being surprised to learn that he's his father, he turns into Vader. Whole time, 3 movies, it's just like, no, I am the light. And then at the very end, switches. That would be kind of cool. And then you could still have the sequels or the prequels and figure out that it was his father the whole time. He just never knew. Riddle me that, Matt Bannon. Depending on the movie, Yoda had a different number of toes. In The Phantom Menace, he had 3. In the originals, he had 4. In the Sith, he also has 4. It says in Return of the Jedi and the Sith. Is the Sith a standalone title, or is that supposed to be like Return of the Sith? Was there a Return of the Sith? Man, I gotta quit doing Star Wars when I'm by myself. These are the top 10 facts about Star Wars that you definitely didn't know, according to EsquireMe.com. Number 6, E.T. was in The Phantom Menace. Kind of. I do remember this, actually, yeah. If you go and you watch the shot when they're all in that big town hall, there is like a pod that has E.T. looking things. Chewbacca's voice is a mix of other animals. I could believe that. So already, Esquire, you were wrong. I did know some of these things. Bears, walruses, lions, badgers, and a mixture of dying animal sounds. Well, no kidding. Did you hear that thing? It sounds like the dying giraffe sound, right? Number 8, lightsaber noises came from an old television. They were created combining the hum of an old TV picture tube and the buzz of a film projector motor. Yeah, I'd believe that for sure. So now we're up to a certain amount of ones that I actually didn't know, but I would believe. All right, and the last ones, Harrison Ford almost wasn't. Han Solo was possibly going to be played. This is good. I like this one. Possibly going to be played by Burt Reynolds. That would have been good. Al Pacino, Jack Nicholson, and Christopher Walken were up for the role as well. And then number 10, Darth Vader is banned from all official Star Wars parties. According to this, David Prowse, the actor who portrayed Darth Vader in form, not voice, because voice was James Earl Jones, is banned from attending Star Wars conventions and parties because George Lucas finds him annoying. If the whole goal, Esquire, was to leave the best and most surprising one to last, then okay, you got me. Wow. Imagine? That's kind of crazy. Oh, and could you imagine being the actor who played the form, right? And you're already not getting credit for the voice, which makes sense because James Earl Jones is amazing. But then you can't even participate in any of the other perks of having been such a big part of it because... Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Friendly recon's online. UAV entering the AO.
I want to get my precision really quick.
RPG! Get ready, we're about to move. Changing mag. On your mark. Go last, UAV's down. Call for fire on this target. Hardpoint secure. Changing mag.
Oh, he saw me.
No hits on that run.
No hits on that run. What are you doing, UAV? I hit him too. Didn't I just say at the last game that I was going to change out my pistol so it wasn't so awful?
Enemy VTOL is flash out.
Oh, he's still just sitting there. Alright, this person has to get wrecked. I wish you could jump over that tire wall. All right, we gotta kill this feetle. Shoot. So what system are you playing on it? Playing it on, Shaved? Because I'm curious. Like, is that a VR type thing? I could actually. Could you imagine playing golf on VR? That'd be a blast. That might be one of the best uses of VR, you know, to date.
Get ready, we're about to move. Hardpoint lost.
Believe in second chances.
Hardpoint secure.
Watch the window.
Go, get to the next one.
Frag out! Eye for an eye.
Enemy at the forklift.
Location secured.
I just missed. You know what I like?
RPG!
I like how many variety of games are played by people.
Hardpoint contested.
I mean, I haven't played a golf game in forever,
The enemy took the hardpoint.
and here we are
Flash out!
playing a lot of VRs right now.
Hardpoint contested.
He's still in his hidey
Keep
spot.
it up, guys. The day's almost.
And I think that's one of my biggest points for being a proponent of video
10
games
seconds. Get ready to move.
is there's so many opportunities for people to find things that they enjoy, right? Especially like we've been talking about Fall Guys quite a bit on this show. And,
The hardpoint.
you know, Fall Guys,
Get to the hardpoint.
like, it shouldn't work because it doesn't really have a very specific target demo.
Flash out!
But because
One down. Eye changing mag.
it appeals, you know, to a variety of people, the controls are pretty easy for everyone but Tim the Tap Man. I don't know why I waited so long to throw that. Xbox, I wish I had a VR. Yeah. So one of my biggest
Got the hardpoint.
moments of indecision during the pandemic was,
Reloading.
oh my gosh, kill that guy, was
10 seconds.
I wanted to buy an Oculus
Hardpoint contested.
like the day that the pandemic started. Like we kind of got called back
Take cover.
to stay at home in the Pacific Northwest in mid-March. And I wish at that time I had pulled the trigger on, sorry teammate, on getting an Oculus, the standalone one, right? Can't remember what that one's called, the Oculus Rift, I think.
Flash out!
And so I wish I would have done that, because I would have been playing some Beat Saber right now. Holy cow. That would have been fun. But alas, I didn't.
Grenade out!
The hardpoint.
I'm gonna kill some teammates again.
Flash out!
Hardpoint lost.
Oh, Shave. I did hear about Von Miller, man. Oh. So I opened up the show. I should have brought that up with Sean in the first hour. So I opened up the show with this whole, you know, last night was really rough. We have a lot of friends and people that we have, you know, a certain degree, you know, relation to
Scored a victory.
who are caught up in these fires in the Pacific Northwest. And so that was really tough. Like, I usually try to go to sleep because we're doing the show now. I'm getting up earlier even for the day job. I usually go to bed around 8 o'clock, right? And I was still wide awake, just past 11 o'clock. And so it was really worrisome. This whole thing is pretty worrisome. So again, lots of positive vibes going out to everybody who's being misplaced and evacuated right now. But on top of it, I see this tweet from Adam Schefter and then dive deeper into it that, yeah, on like the last play of practice yesterday for the Broncos, Von Miller did something in the lower leg. It sounds like it could be anywhere from an Achilles to some sort of torn tendon, maybe, you know, specifically, because I can't remember right now. But yeah, Von Miller's done for the season, and it's on the heels of Bradley Chubb getting hurt in the 2019 season that basically made this whole idea of drafting Chubb number 5 when they did a couple years back. You know, it was a great value pick because he fell to the Broncos, and you're going to have these two edge rushers working together. And now, in the last 2 years, they're going to have played like 3 games together, and Vaughn's on the tail end. He has 2 years left on the contract, so you're going to have 1 more year left with Vaughn, and there's a very good chance that they're not going to re-sign him too. So, yeah, Shaved, I am pretty bummed about that. I'm not going to lie. There's NFL football tomorrow, if you can believe it or not, which is kind of crazy. So Texans, Chiefs, and again, same thing. Like, I've been super concerned about the pandemic this whole time, and so hopefully all of that goes off without a hitch as well. Gaming morning show, 51 past 7 o'clock West Coast time, 10:51 on the East. This is some of your gaming news. We already picked our name of the morning. We went with Infected Pi 23. No name, no number. So, is that pi to the 23rd power? What is pi to the 23rd power?
The answer is approximately 2.71924 times 10 to the 11.
So there you go. That's what that game's all about. It's actually a very complex math game. The Rule of Lands, Pioneers on PC out today. Blazing Sails, Pirate Battle, not Blazing Snails. That's out for PC. Cloud Gardens on PC, and Hermes Sibyllus Prophecy? Yikes. Sybil's Prophecy? That's probably what it is on PC. A couple other things too. Apple firing back in the Epic Games versus Apple lawsuit. Right now, Apple filing a counter lawsuit. They're going to be in court later this month. And then Colin Kaepernick has been added as a free agent into Madden 21. They did so yesterday. And that was another thing too. We talked about the outrage in the beginning of the show. Yeah, I mean, EA seeming fairly reactionary because they didn't worry about this a couple years ago when maybe it would have had more of an impact. Sean brought up a good point. I mean, they could have clearly been handcuffed completely by the NFL, but then they could have said, well, we're not going to publish the game. Lots of things that could have happened, right? But he also apparently has better stats. His rating is somewhere in the lower 80s, if you know. Maybe Shave, since you're in the EA world with the PGA game, maybe you know. But yeah, he's apparently like an 81, whereas before he was a 74, and that was on the heels of him, taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl. So yeah, who knows? But yikes. All right, Gaming Morning Show continues working on challenges in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Sean's going to have a long run not on the show, and we're super bummed because today is the PS5 announcement from Sony. And so we're looking forward to a full show tomorrow, which is usually one of the days that Sean is here the whole time. And now we don't get that.
We've taken the lead.
Oh, how's there nobody over there? Oh, Jesus, he scared the heck out of me. Holy cow. That was terrifying. It's the second time I've almost pooped myself today.
Reloading.
Personal radar drone ready for us.
Friendly recon's online.
Copy. Jaguar about the personal radar.
So close.
Friendly recon's online.
Allied cruise missile away.
Oh gosh, they're all there. All the bad guys are there. Just look right where my grenade was. That's where all the bad guys are. Oh, there was a guy there. That's not a good play by me.
Frag out.
Fail. Yeah, I'll pay better attention now. Yeah, he's got an 81.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
Well, and listen, as a Broncos fan, the Broncos are as culpable in terms of the blackballing of Kaepernick in a way. They had a chance to sign him. The reason that Elway didn't was because he wanted to take a pay cut. And in the context of normal circumstances, him taking a pay cut actually wouldn't have been that unreasonable. But it was not necessarily like if you take into account the whole picture, it was not the right choice. I mean, at the end of the day, he was still somebody who had taken a team to the Super Bowl. And there weren't a ton of those You know, if you looked at when the Broncos made the last 2 Super Bowls, 48 and 50,
Friendly UAV over.
I just got 2 of them. That's nuts. Oh, I should have shot instead of grabbing an extra gun. You know, there weren't too many quarterbacks that had done that. I mean, we have Manning of the Colts and Broncos, Tom Brady with all the Super Bowls he had taken the Patriots to, and then Ben Roethlisberger had been to a couple. So when Joe Flacco made it in that Niners-Ravens Super Bowl, you know, that was a big deal because I did it again, didn't I? That was a big deal because there hadn't been a whole bunch of people who had made Super Bowls at the quarterback position in the AFC. So getting a guy like Colin Kaepernick could have actually helped the Broncos maybe get back to the Super Bowls sooner. But nonetheless, it didn't happen. I am very happy with the Broncos situation now with Drew Lock. So don't get me wrong, like, things could be looking up. It's just that now we have Patrick Mahomes in the division, and that's going to make things a little bit tougher. So, no, I'm playing PlayStation 4, and I will. That's going to hurt. Yep, and I'm dead if I can churn. Wow, no one shot me. That was kind of them. Yep, I saw the guy behind me too. Do you play COD? Oh, that guy got me. Well, we play a lot more Warzone when there's more than just 2 of us. My favorite mode, and Sean and I were talking about this. Oh yeah, because the COD Bakwa trailer's also today. So there's going to be a bunch of news with the PS5 reveal, pre-order date, and all that stuff, plus the COD Bakwa multiplayer trailer. We got a whole bunch of news. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, I had a teammate back there. Jeez Louise. And so we hope that gunfight stays as a core mode even in the next game. Man, I couldn't even see him. Okay, so you and Ben are going to get along. So Ben usually hosts with us on Fridays. And he is the world's biggest baseball fan. Hands down.
Frag out. Reloading.
So yeah, and in fact, he is getting a PS5 shaved exclusively because he can play the show.
Got a personal radar drone ready for us. We've got a
Friendly
UAV
recon's
on
online.
station. We're halfway there. Keep fighting.
UAV entering the AO. Jaguar 3-0.
Oh, I tried to dive. Which, you know, that's the other thing too, Shaved, is you know, if you're just joining us for the first time, this show is as in its infancy as you can. We've really been live for a couple weeks, and the whole idea is, you know, we're a morning radio show that plays games, which is great.
Changing mag.
He's behind me. Thank you for saving my life, teammate. And so we'll keep playing different games, but we also want to have some Let's Plays and other content, you know, on the channel.
Friendly Wilson on station. Beginning sweep.
And so we might play, like, series of games. Like, we might play a full MLB The Show, you know, season. So if you're interested in doing, like, viewer leagues and those kind of things, that would be fun. We used to have a really fun Friends League through NCAA 12, which I didn't play a ton of the NCAA games until we started doing that, and it was a blast. We had so much fun doing that. So I'd love to play, you know, even some offline games with viewers, and then we could put something like that together. Oh, that's true. The show is coming out for all systems, but he is not going to make the same mistake again and buy another Xbox.
Personal radar drone
I
ready
don't
for
want
us.
that. What are we doing?
Reloading.
Yeah, Shaved, you're going to be part of our
Enemy at the cargo container.
video game correspondence.
Enemy at the cargo container. 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 Enemy at the cargo container.
online. All out.
UAV
Reloading.
entering the AO.
Oh, I could have hit that shot better.
Your main street.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for respawn.
Was he sitting behind that wall the whole time? That little guy. So who's your team? Yeah, and the more you watch the show too, we'll tell you, all of our allegiances. But I'm a Broncos fan and a Calgary Flames fan, and my definition of fan is someone who, invests in the team, watches as many games as they possibly can, is emotionally impacted by the outcome of the game. So, your team loses, you're sad. Your team wins, you're elated, right? Like, that's my definition of fan. I'm a Cubs supporter. I like the Cubs, but I can't watch as many games as it would take to be a real fan. I just couldn't get them. And same with the Lakers. Like, I like the Lakers. I support the Lakers. Being in the Pacific Northwest now, I kind of appreciate the Blazers a lot more than I ever could have before. But yeah, and that Blazers-Lakers series in the bubble, like, that was kind of tough because I really did kind of want to see the Blazers do well, but the more and more that series went on, the less I could root for the Blazers. Like, I just, it was natural for me to root for LA.
Enemy at the cargo containers.
That was ugly. Thanks for saving my life. Gosh, I can't get that guy in the window. Okay. So we gotta talk. The Edmonton Oilers, huh? Okay, okay.
Friendly care package inbound.
I don't know who hurt you, but it's okay. This is a safe place now. The Oilers. Okay. The Oilers.
That gave them something to think about. Good work.
Man. I just can't get behind that. At all. There's nothing about that that appeals to me. It's alright though, we can still be friends. Hey, the Cubs. There you go. I just got into a situation, so Sean, Ben, and I have a bet about the PlayStation 5 details. So we'll actually be able to figure this out sometime later today. But the plan was whoever plus minus, closest to each the date of release for the PlayStation 5 and the price, the person who has the most distance from those dates, whether over or under, is going to have to buy a pizza for everybody else, which is a win. My friend, who is a Cardinals fan, we just came up with the same situation, but it's how many beverages that we have to have based on the plus minus of who wins the more games in a season. So, yikes. So help me out. Go Cubs. Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? It's 5 after 8 o'clock West Coast time. Thanks for hanging out with us and making us part of your morning. Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. Next hour, sports. We'll maybe play Google Feud. If you want to do that and you're still in the chat, we will do that as well. More to come. Keep working on completing officer progression and such on COD. We do play NHL, by the way, on this channel occasionally as well. So stick around with us. More still to come on this Wednesday. Thanks for being with us on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Back in a moment. Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues on this Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. Thanks for hanging out with us. I am Ryan, as we've been with you for the first 2 hours of the show now, 11 past 8 o'clock on the Pacific side. Eastern time, 11. Make a wish. Appreciate you being with us. Got sports trivia coming up in just a little bit. Man, shaved. I just don't know if I can get behind that Oilers thing, but you know, the Falcons, not a bad gig. I really wish the Falcons would have won that Super Bowl, though. So close. So close. Would have been nice. Cubs, though, I'm on board with. Let us know your thoughts on our topic of the day. This has to do with Rey from Star Wars. Interested to know if you think she should have been a Palpatine, or if you were saying, you know what, man, that Obi-Wan thing was too real to ignore. What were they thinking? I'd definitely like you to let us know in the chat. You can do so. We got sports trivia coming up. I am Ryan, and Sean's with us on the phone. Hi, Sean. Maybe. Oh, I bet you can't hear me. Now you can hear me.
Now I can hear you.
That's what you do when you have Discord. You make sure yourself is unmuted so that you can actually have people join us. How's the commute?
Ashy. Smoky. Not a lot of cars on the road so far, though.
I said this, I think, after you hung up last time we had you from the road. This actually would be the perfect time for you to do the traffic segment that we had talked about.
Right? That would be. I'll have to start checking things out.
So we got a user named Shave Jackalope who's been hanging out with us a lot for the last hour and gave us a rundown on teams. Blazers, Cubs, I'm fine with. Atlanta Falcons, I'm okay with. But then he said Edmonton Oilers, and I got a little twerky. Oof.
Ooh. Yeah, that's tough. The other ones I'm down with, though.
Shape
Blazers, Cubs, that's pretty spot on.
Yeah, well, and Shape said something about PGA 2K1 being pretty awesome. Would you be interested in playing a golf game?
I would be down. You know, I played one of the last McElroy games that came out, and it must be 4 years old at this point. I played that, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'd be if it's good, I would be down to try it for sure.
That would be fun. We've been talking about Star Wars all day, and I had a top 10 list of interesting facts. In fact, Esquire billed this as facts that you definitely didn't know from Star Wars, and this one was the one that stood out to me the most, and I don't know if you knew this already. David Prowse, who played Darth Vader in the costume, because he was not his voice, is banned from Star Wars conventions and parties because George Lucas finds him annoying.
I didn't know that, but that's fantastic. I did know that he did deliver all of the lines while they were filming. So somewhere out there is footage of this weak British voice doing all the Darth Vader lines, and I'd love to watch that footage.
A couple other ones that I didn't know, because there were some on this list that I did know, so they were wrong. I did know some things, and they were wrong. But this one I didn't. Harrison Ford was not the first choice. In fact, it might have been Burt Reynolds.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That would have been a totally different movie.
Right?
Do you think he would have had the mustache?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a Burt Reynolds thing. You got to have the mustache. I do. This is the last one I found interesting. It was the number one on the list. Yoda was almost played by a monkey.
I could get down with that too.
Apparently, the original conception was it was going to be a monkey with an adorable cane.
I like how it's specifically an adorable cane.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I lied to you. It did say adorable monkey with a cane and a mask.
Well, now I'm disappointed because I want the cane to be adorable.
Well, and maybe that's why, they had to have Miss Piggy and Kermit have a kid in order for this to happen. Because otherwise... Otherwise, you would have you
it's
wouldn't have
not
had the
too
Muppet.
It's not too late. We can go back and reshoot all of the Star Wars movies with a monkey with an adorable cane.
That would be excellent YouTube footage. Sorry, I'm just
So
gonna
you
go.
working on some challenges and stuff this morning?
Yep, shooting these people in the back like a good human being.
Well, so far I haven't seen anything official from PlayStation saying like, "Hey, stay tuned for this time" or this or anything like that. So I'm starting to get a little worried that those rumors were not true. But I'll keep my eyes posted today. And on the bright side, we for sure have Todd Bakwa multiplayer reveal coming today, so we'll at least have that to take a look at.
UAV entering the AO.
Well, that's not enough. I need all of it. So,
I'll call my sources at Sony and see if I can get some information. I saw a meme yesterday that the gist of it was basically Sony should change their name to Sony because we'll get news on the PlayStation 5 soon.
so funny. Man, sorry, you're not in this game. Everyone is focused on other places. I'm just walking up and shooting people in the head because they're looking all over the place in a multiplayer game. That's a teammate. It's just really weird. It's not usually like this.
Personal radar is bingo fuel. Recalling to base.
Usually they're only focused on you.
That guy finally killed me. At least I know where to put my precision airstrike. So Shave said, "Don't make it a monkey in Star Wars, please." But this was also back in the day when kind of like everyone had a random monkey. Okay, that's not true, because the random monkey thing kind of came up more so with. That's okay. So Shave said, you know, for the love of holy, don't make Star Wars have a monkey in it. And I was about to say this is kind of back in the day where like that was the solution, is like, hey, we need to add a monkey into this adorable buddy comedy type situation, right? So Friends had a monkey, but that was the 90s as opposed to, you know, the 70s. So clearly it didn't make any sense, but oh, I think we lost him. Have a great day at work, Sean. Yeah, but could you imagine? Shaved, we could go with a whole redo with the monkey. It'll be great. Trying to think of it like a good bananas I eat or something like that. That could be a Yoda line.
Enemy at the courtyard.
Yeah, these guys are just holding cover. It's the weirdest thing.
Requesting recon on my position.
UAV entering the AO.
Grenade out! Calling for recon.
Copy. Jaguar 30 en route for personal radar coverage.
Downed him. All out. Reloading.
Well, if you didn't hear that, Shave, too, Sean will be up for playing some PGA on our YouTube channel.
Personal radar drone ready for...
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Pop in smoke.
Allied cruise missile
Enemy
away.
at the junkyard.
Where is he? He should be right below me. He's in this corner.
This is Jaguar 30. Personal radar is bingo fuel. Recalling to base.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Well played. No, I'm only playing on... It's technically both. He asked me if I'm on a TV or monitor. It's technically both. It's got, you know, DVI and VGA from back in the day, but it is still just the monitor. Or it's just the TV. But we eventually might do more PC gaming, because Sean already actually has a gaming PC that's capable of it. I do not. So eventually we might switch to higher resolution, because that's my one disappointment is, you know, the gameplay is very, very stuttery at times. But at the same time, too, the show is not focused around the games either. It's just that it would be nice to have it be a little bit more, steady. The banana line. Yep. Actually, now that I think about it, I do remember hearing that in the Star Wars trilogy. Young Skywalker, banana you need.
Contact.
Frag out.
That's good.
Got a reload.
Get the back alley.
Oh, we got Google Feud coming up. Fill in some auto-completes. Oh, good, a sniper. Okay, well then I'll be this guy. That was a waste of my time.
Reloading.
Oh, that magic bag.
Gotta reload.
Hurt her.
Frag out.
One down.
Boo.
Less than a minute. We're winning this fight. Hold it back.
Oh, I didn't want that. I liked her her vector. It could be a capture card thing
Leaving
too,
second
because
chances. All out.
it's not the
Reloading.
best capture card either. No.
30 seconds. Time's up. Move your asses.
Popping smoke.
Use the cargo containers.
I do need to do, this is the worst part about doing the stream thing is I don't stop long enough to
Changing mag.
check my challenges. So I don't actually know if I'm like getting close to being complete or not. All right, 24 after 8 o'clock. Thanks for hanging out with us. Gaming Morning Show continues. I am Ryan. Play of the game was mine. Sitting here watching myself, and I'd already flipped off the gameplay. So my apologies. You missed my play of the game, which I know that's what you come here for, is the plays of the game. All right, Gaming Morning Show continues. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Check us out there when you have a chance. Let's do Google Feud. This is your chance to help us complete real Google autocompletes. We certainly appreciate your help because it is hard enough as it is. Yeah, Spaceballs. See, that's another movie that I haven't watched either. But, you know, that's kind of fits me, right? Like, I'm not a huge movie buff either. So, I'm not surprised. I do remember Ludicrous Speed, though. I do like that. I've seen that on, like, the movie clips as opposed to actually having watched the movie. All right, let's play some Google Feud. What we're looking for you to do is help us do Google autocomplete. And as you can see, we have our categories: culture, people, and questions. We avoid names because the chances of us actually getting 10 different names, like we've had Sean with the S-E-A-N before, it's not going to happen, man. So if you want to pick the category, Shaved, you're welcome to. You can do culture, people, or questions. And then we will start taking some guesses as to what... Oh, wait, I forgot I can't do that. Can't switch to the Discord when I'm on the Google Feud. So if you want to pick our category, I'll let you. Otherwise, I can. And then I'll have you help us figure out some autocompletes. We get 4 guesses, so it's kind of like Family Feud, but it's 4 strikes instead of 3. And then if you can keep this in mind, these are real autocompletes. So think about what people are actually searching in these veins, and then we can kind of go from there. All right, I think I'll pick it. Let's see, I did culture recently. People, questions. Let's see. Okay, you chose people. I'll let you pick. All right, so we're going to go with New Yorkers are. New Yorkers are. New Yorkers are what? You know, I'm sure this is, again, people really doing auto completes. I wonder if people are wondering if New Yorkers are in fact mean. So I'm gonna go mean. I was wrong. New Yorkers are rude. That's a good one from Sean. Nope. See, and that's what I was wondering. I'm trying to think. New Yorkers are safe. Assholes. That's good. Nope. And I'm going to say that I've been to New York, and I really, really like New Yorkers. So I never had that vibe, but I could imagine people searching for that for sure. New Yorkers are in New York. Hofbrew went with rude as well. I'm going to go with in New York. Tongue-in-cheek. Self-absorbed, biking for Black Lives. Oh, that sounds like a cool 300-mile New York to DC ride aims to highlight barriers people of color face in biking. That's cool. I have a friend who's really into rowing, and that's another area where, you know, there's a pretty big barrier to entry for the sport, and that has impacted, you know, BIPOC people having the opportunity to work on it. So that's cool that they're doing that. Known for moving to Florida, nice, called moving to. New York? New Yorkers are moving to. We would have gotten that one. Wink. Sean Barnes, mythical. Tough, smart, loving, unfriendly, and tough. New Yorkers are tough, smart, loving. No, stop it. Okay. Next round, we're going to start with I hate my, and now that we have a bunch of people joining us, I'm going to go ahead and let this roll. Give you a chance to catch up. You have to think, I hate my blank. I hate my New Yorkers. Tying in it. New Yorkers are mythical. They're like a unicorn. Oh, the urban, the urban New Yorker, the urban unicorn. And we're looking for I hate my shave goes life. I like that one. We're gonna load that one in the queue. Because yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to turn to Google to figure out the tough questions in life. I didn't realize I had the chat running over my head. All right, here we go. I hate my life. Number one answer. Well done, Shaved. Right off the top. Well done. All right, Sean and Hofbrew go job, but first we had family. I like that one too. Everyone's been with their family quite a bit more as of late. So we're up to 16,000. We have the 1 and 5 answers. I hate my New Yorkers. We'll go job. Yep, number job. Number 2 is job. And Hofbrew with a body. I hate my body. Okay, so body's not in there. Life, job, family. I hate my house. My home. I hate my... I wonder if people like Google, I hate my dog. Like most people obviously are pretty pro dog. Ooh, I hate my car. That's a good one. Nope, not there. I'm going to go, I hate my dog. Okay, so dog lands number 7. And most people, right, like the common perception is people don't like their cat versus their dog. So I'm going to go cat. Okay, that one wasn't on. We have one left. Husband is in the hopper here. We've done job. We've done body. Family, life. Give 10 more seconds. I hate my husband. Number 3. So we gotta go wife, right? Like, that one should be there. I hate my... Oh, I don't hate my ruthless. Yes. Well, I don't know. I mean, like, I think cats get more of a worse rap than dogs. Let's see. All right. I'm going to go hate my wife. I'm going to spell it correctly. I'm going to hit enter. Checking one last chat. Oh, I hate my in-laws. Okay, I'm going to go with that one instead. Should I go mom-in-law, mother-in-law? I'm just going to go in-law. I should have done mother-in-law, and I did the hyphen thing. Yeah, so wife was number 4. Mother-in-law, boss, sister, and boyfriend were the others that we didn't get. Hey, this is why this game is going to be a ton of fun when the chat grows, because you saved us. You absolutely saved us on that one. We could have gotten all 10 of those correct. I'm going to load up the next round while I follow through with that. I'm too fat to. Oh no, that's the Google search, not just me. Well, I should have you do this too. We'll do a test. Okay, I'm gonna tell you when to type a word, and I'm gonna have you type it so that I can get an idea of just how delayed we are. Because on my end, I feel like we're super close to live, but I'm curious if we actually are when it comes to Google Feud. So in 5 seconds, I'm going to have you type the word juicy. Juicy. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, type juicy. Interesting. That was about 11 seconds. Yikes. It doesn't feel like that was that delayed. That's unfortunate. We'll have to figure that one out. All right. You guys already wrote, I'm too fat to sink. I'm too fat to, oh yeah, sister. No, I'm just kidding. I know what that's in regards to. All right. We're looking for, I'm too fat to blank. I'm too fat to blank. I'm going to type in sink. I like that answer. But it is not in there. I'm too fat to run. That's number 3 on the list. I'm too fat to take my shirt off. That one's not on there. Like, I'm too fat to swim? Would that be some concern that someone might have? I mean, I'm going to search jog if run was in there. Nope, jog wasn't in there. All right, we'll go strip. I'm too fat to strip. Man, Sean, I think you have too much of a thing about taking clothes off this morning. I'm too fat to not eat. I actually like that one better. I'm going to go with not eat. All right. Oh, wipe. That was 1 and 10. And 8. Drive was not in there, but be in the car by myself was Hofbrew. Wear cute clothes, work out, do sit-ups, exercise. So, yeah, I could see some of those. All right, that's how we do it. Google Feud every single weekday morning in the 8 o'clock hour. Thanks for playing with us. I appreciate it. And, yeah, I'm surprised that it's that far delayed. So I'm going to look into that because I think it should be a little bit tighter than that, especially if we're going to be trying to do the games in real time. Okay, this got real. Yikes. That was kind of a... What category did we pick? Was it people? That was kind of a depressing people. I could use some... I want more levity this morning. What are we doing, guys? All right, Gaming Morning Show, 34 past 8 o'clock West Coast time, 11:34 on the East. I am Ryan. You're watching Gaming Morning Show, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Our topic of the day is about Star Wars. Rey, what do you think she should have been? Obi-Wan, Palpatine, Skywalker, nothing? Do you care? But apparently this came up in an interview recently. Some other headlines too. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air has been signed on for 2 seasons. That's going to be on Peacock. They've already signed on. Morgan Cooper will co-write and direct. Will Smith made the announcement on Tuesday. The series is going to be titled Bel-Air. Also, Star Trek Discovery came out. They debuted a new trailer during Star Trek Day yesterday. Full trailer of Star Trek Discovery. They have a brand new title treatment that suggests a fresh direction for the CBS All Access series. Have you been watching it? Let us know. What do you think? So it's been very sci-fi this morning, in addition to continuing to, again, wish everyone safety as there's fires in Oregon and California. So wish everyone the best.
Grenade out! Pop in smoke!
Other than that, we're just doing completionist stuff, trying to get our officer progressions. Which, you'll have to text me, Hofbrew, and let me know which answers were censored. See you, Sean. Have a great day at work, bud. Thanks for hanging out this morning.
Control. Friendly UAV overhead.
Picard. Wasn't that the series name? Was Picard the first version of it?
Frag out! Get in contact. Pop in smoke. Ammo here. Reloading. Grenade out!
Oh my gosh, that guy could not kill that riot shielder.
Grenade out! Pop in smoke.
Enemy person. Enemy care package inbound.
Why do you have this scope on this weapon in this map?
Enemy cruise missile
Oh,
incoming.
that's gonna hurt.
We've got control.
Reloading.
Personal radar drone ready for escort.
Oh, finally. Oh no, sorry. I thought you were talking, Hoff, about
Ammo here.
what Star Trek Discovery should have been called. I didn't think about the fact you were answering my question about what Ray should have been. That's actually hilarious to me. Oh no, that's hilarious. Being a jerk, that was hilarious. Oh my god, hilarious. Hold on.
Enemy hole in the AO.
Pop in smoke.
Enemy near Main Street.
How did I miss him so much?
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Because I miss you. Oh, he knew where I was too, that guy.
Frag out! Pop in smoke. Pop in smoke.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Reloading.
I caught her gun. Oh no, I wanted to reload her gun. No, give me the gun back.
Enemy at the dump.
That was unfortunate. That was a comedy of errors.
Pop in smoke. Grenade out. Grenade out.
Enemy at the courtyard.
Nice shot.
Reload.
Enemy at the junkyard.
Reloading.
All out.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Frag out. Pop in smoke.
Imagine if I could shoot somebody.
Enemy.
Enemies halfway there. Stepping up.
Explosions! Oh my gosh, that guy's better than me.
Junkyard.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Grenade out.
Oh, I was gonna kill my teammate.
Grenade out.
Enemy at the
Pop in
back alley.
smoke. Reloading.
many times am I gonna walk past this guy? I was gonna shoot him, and then he got me. Yeah, it's this scope that I really like.
Grenade out! Reloading.
Very slow,
Personal radar drone ready for
slow scope, though.
Move it.
Ray and Ren should have switched families.
Enemy in the
Grenade out!
forklift.
enemy personal radar in the air.
Nice shot. I'm just trying to get too cute, grabbing different weapons.
Back alley.
Grenade out!
There's a crow.
Popping smoke.
So much fire.
Rounds incoming. Grenade out! Popping smoke.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Grenade out! Target's up.
I have Turtle Beach headphones, actually. I can't use them in this setup because of the way that we have to stream. We're using analog mixer. Yeah, I really like my Turtle Beach. I think, honestly, this goes back to the idea of this
Grenade out!
having less to do with the
Enemy in
gameplay.
the shanty town.
Is
Popping smoke.
I'm willing to sacrifice, you know, being able to have the advantage of sound, because I'm not really necessarily trying to play my best game.
Less than a minute.
Enemy in the junkyard.
It'd be nice. I mean, we're definitely trying.
Grenade out! Popping smoke.
But yeah, it's not the most important part. I'm actually more surprised how well these do, given the fact that they're not specifically designed for gaming. But these aren't even just the best studio headphones anyway. These are the headphones that I had. But yeah, those Turtle Beaches, let's see, I think I have the Stealth
Time's up. Move your asses.
600,
Personal radar
maybe?
in the air.
Really enjoy those headphones. Yeah, and that's the thing that Sean and I were talking about. Like, the reality is, there are lots more people on Twitch that you can watch if you're interested in the gameplay. That's a teammate. And we acknowledge that because that's a crowded field for sure. We're just trying to have some fun in the morning, and it'll be great. So one thing too, Shaved, if we hadn't mentioned this before, is we're working on trying to get some more co-hosts too. The idea is this show will hopefully never have less than 3 people on at the same time for all 3 hours. Me doing solo was never our intent, but you know, we're in the third week or so, second week, something like that. So yeah, but no, I'm with you though. Those Turtle Beaches are solid. I've never used the Razors though. I wonder how good those are. Let me know what you use. But yeah, and I will admit too, I had some cheap headphones that I'd gotten off of Amazon when Sean had first kind of gotten me back into gaming, and I was trying to be able to hear things better. And then I put on the Turtle Beaches. I was like, oh my gosh, A whole new world. It was amazing. You come here for the singing. That's the reality. All right, we got a trivia question coming up. Your chance to get qualified for a fabulous prize at the end of September. So if you get it right, we'll put your name in a drawing at the end of September. And we'll pick one random winner. Let's go through some headlines for sports. Billy Donovan is out as the Oklahoma City Thunder coach. 5 seasons. The former Florida coach now may end up actually going to Chicago. That was at least Woj's initial thought, that Chicago interested in him. But it was one of those things, they sat down, looked at renewing the contract, and they decided, you know what? Not going to do it. Giannis decided he wanted to play, and so the Milwaukee Bucks decided to save the reigning NBA MVP from himself. Instead, he was held out of the 5th game of the series with the Heat yesterday, and Miami won 103-94. So the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference is gone. Giannis, all the rumors have started. Oh my gosh, who's he going to sign with? Is he going to join the Heat, the team that just ousted him? We'll have to see what ends up happening. Giannis also the Defensive Player of the Year. He was the top vote getter for the all-defensive team. Other people on the first team, Anthony Davis from the Lakers, Sixers' Ben Simmons, Rudy Gobert of the Jazz, and Boston's Marcus Smart. Let's see what else. Boston Celtics and their charitable arm, the Boston Celtics Shamrock Foundation, committing $25 million over the next 10 years for initiatives to address racial injustice and social inequities in the greater Boston area. Cool stuff. Well done, Celtics. NFL. I don't want to talk about it. Von Miller's done for the year. Going to have surgery, most likely ending his season. Let's see. I'm trying to think. It was an ankle injury. So the team was awaiting results of an MRI. I don't think anyone still wholeheartedly knows exactly what happened to Vaughn, but I did send this to my buddy Carl yesterday. Warren Sharp tweet. You can find him on Twitter. Sharp Football with no E, SHARP. Only in 2020, Von Miller injured his ankle on the final play of practice. A practice held indoors on an artificial surface, which was only indoors because Denver went from 90-degree weather this weekend to 30 degrees with 6 inches of snow today, while the rest of the state is on fire. It was very much, like a reality of, holy cow, the earth is finally having some vengeance on us. Again, big hopes and positive thoughts to everyone who's impacted by the wildfires right now in Oregon and California. And last but not least, Baylor, the 3rd Big 12 team, postponing its scheduled season opener. They were supposed to play Louisiana Tech this weekend, and they decided to postpone it because of some positive tests. They had multiple positive tests on Tuesday for COVID-19. And that's some of your sports headlines for this day, Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let's do some trivia. We got a trivia question for you this morning. If you know the answer, you can throw it in the chat, and then we'll pick one random person to get it right into a drawing at the end of the show, and a chance at the end of September to win a fabulous prize. I don't know how many people will know this off the top of their head, and listen, we know people are going to look these up, but what Canadian television series did hip-hop star Drake star as a main character? And we're looking for the whole name. I'm not going to be that picky because, again, show's in week 2. But I'm interested if anyone can get the whole name of the show. What Canadian television series did hip-hop star Drake star as the main character? Let us know in the chat, and you might have a chance at a fabulous prize at the end of September. Vaughn's gone. Von Miller. See, I did it again. I was supposed to look and see if I'm even close to winning. Mash and Stash by Hop Valley. It's the worst beer ever. It's going to be your answer for every trivia question. I use razors. They're the most comfortable I've ever worn. I'll try them out. Alright, I don't think I really want to do pistols on this. So do you like... Oh, you said you don't play much COD anymore. I was wondering if you play more Warzone right now, which I am definitely more of the Battle Royale type. I need to just quit ADSing and hip fire. I did take my damn laser off this, though. I wish I had that right now. I completed some sort of challenge. Oh, that's a teammate. The bad guy was behind me.
Hostiles at Bravo, go. Frag out. They're holding Alpha.
Oh, I should have had him. I politely disagree. Oh, that's... Nope, that wasn't a teammate.
Assist your team.
Chaos!
Hostiles. We're on Bravo. Stand by. We've lost Alpha. Securing Bravo. We're on Charlie. Securing Bravo. Securing C. Securing Alpha. Securing Bravo. Securing Alpha. Alpha secured. Hostile.
Come on off there. I love that guy just running through reckless abandon.
Securing Charlie. UAV overhead. Bravo, stand by.
I was trying to get through there.
Allied cruise missile away.
Where is he?
We're on Charlie, stand by. Hostiles have Alpha. Enemy UAV overhead.
He's got to be upstairs, right?
Losing Bravo. Taking Charlie.
Oh,
Securing Alpha.
I looked every wrong way.
Bravo.
That's funny.
We're on Charlie, stand by.
Oh, I got it. We finally captured
Enemy
B.
UAV overhead.
Oh, see, you say this, Shaved, but what is the full title? That separates the real Drake fans from the Passion Stash by Hop Valley Drake fans.
Assist your team at Bravo.
Grenade out!
We're on Alpha, stand by. We're on Charlie. We're on Alpha, stand by.
Popping smoke!
Taking Charlie. UAV overhead.
Why'd you shoot me? I was your friend.
Need backup at Bravo. Got a personal radar drone ready for
That's unfortunate that I was going to throw a grenade in there.
assist your team at Bravo.
Oh, he mounted. Hey, you can look up the trivia questions here.
Smoke!
Although, you know what would be fun? It'd be fun to play
Bravo, go.
Jackbox on stream with a whole bunch of friends.
Friendly
Or a whole
UAV
bunch
up.
of viewers,
Enemy UAV
which, you know, of course, are our friends.
Popping smoke!
securing Alpha. Charlie.
Oh, I just missed.
Securing Ace. We're holding all points.
See, what I like about this Galil is it actually has, like, it hits hard.
Grenade out!
You're needed at Bravo.
So when you actually hit somebody, you tend to down them.
You're needed at A. Assist your team at B.
Popping
There you go.
We've lost Bravo.
I was not expecting a ton of other answers, or else I wouldn't ruin the answer, but
Frag out.
We're on Bravo. Stand by. Allied cruise missile away. Friendly UAV overhead.
yeah, no, I watched someone play Jackbox the other day. But I mean, I would rather play that at night. I wouldn't want to play it in the AM. I guess we could. It might actually fit the format of a morning radio show a little bit better.
Enemy UAV overhead. Halfway there. Step it up. Got a personal radar drone ready. You're needed at Bravo.
I saw him on the radar. I just was like, there's nobody who'd be lying down there.
Team at Charlie. Securing B. Securing Alpha. We've got Bravo. We're taking Alpha. Need backup at Bravo. We've lost C. Hostiles taking Bravo. Losing B.
I knew he was up there. He's mad now. That's great.
Popping smoke. Throwing a stun. X-ray down.
Nice shot.
Hostiles are taking Alpha.
Yeah, no, for sure. That'd be a fun GMS after dark. That's unfortunate.
Retake those drones. We're on Charlie. Stand by.
I think that was my own grenade.
Securing B. We captured Charlie.
Nice shot. Is this game almost over? Holy cow.
Enemy at the dumpster.
That guy keeps killing me.
Popping smoke.
We're taking Bravo. Enemy cluster strike incoming. Take cover.
Popping smoke.
Securing Alpha. Taking Bravo. Hostiles are taking Charlie. Captured Alpha. We're on Bravo. Hostiles are taking Alpha. We're on Bravo. We've lost Alpha. Allied captured site. UAV overhead. We're on Bravo. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy cruise missile incoming. Securing Bravo. Securing Bravo. Enemy holds 2 objectives. Radar in the air.
There's less campers?
Enemy holds all objectives.
Well, I'm on crossplay. I don't know if that... How long is this game? Oh my gosh.
Open smoke.
This is another reason we stopped kind of playing Warzone as much on stream, is because the games take too long if you play them correctly. There we go. Holy cow. I was gonna be here all day. All right, let's wrap this thing up. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Shaved, Hoff Brew, others. It's been a lot of fun. We'll be back tomorrow, Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Looking forward to having fun, though. Keep the chat up. We'll keep it coming with topics. You can find us gamingmorningshow@gmail.com as well. Answer to our trivia question. Here we go. It was about Drake. And we asked you, which Canadian television show did hip-hop star Drake star as the main character? And, yeah, you had to look it up, Shaved, but you got it. The answer is Degrassi, The Next Generation. I think there's as many Degrassis as there are versions of Pretty Little Liars on CW or WB or whatever that network's called. Holy cow. But there were a lot of Degrassis, so we'll throw Shave Jackalope into our drawing for a fabulous prize at the end of September. And we'll be back tomorrow. Every time I play this map, they would spawn camp. You spawn, you die. Yeah, it feels like that. Not as much to, yeah, I see what you're saying. I've had that happen to me, so if that happened more often, that would be super frustrating. Big thanks to Sean for hanging out. Again, super top of mind, all the fires that are going on in the Pacific Northwest. So to everyone who's involved, positive thoughts for the rest of the day. We will be back again tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Thanks for hanging out with us. I am Ryan. You can find us Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Back tomorrow morning. Thanks for being with us. Have a great Wednesday.
Broke my fate, you see, burning bridges, feel the flame, we play with kerosene. Told you people stay away, they call us crazy. Isolated,